Okay, very, very pleased with the win. It was a goal of this team from the beginning, something we talked about a lot. One of the things we knew we could improve on was having a chance to win all these games at home. Playing here is important to us. We get to play in front of the best fans, and certainly one of the best venues, not only college football, but just in sports. And to be able to protect that, to run the table this year at home was big. Obviously, still keeps all of our goals intact as far as the rest of the season. And then very important to us was winning this one for these seniors. All right, these guys have given a ton. We don't have a lot of numbers. We don't have a lot of seniors, but the guys that have been here have been absolutely tremendous, and they've been part of a historic run here for the last several years. So to be able to send those guys out with the win was tremendous. As far as the game, first thing, offensively, really proud of Kennedy Brooks. I thought he really stepped up tonight, even after the early fumble, which could get a lot of young guys down. He was really our only back that we had tonight, so we needed him to play good, and he really did. Offensive line again, I thought was fantastic. Kyler did some nice things, so some good contributions across the board there. Defensively, we didn't tackle at all, really the whole night. And that's really the story. I thought our pass defense was much improved. It was something we spent a lot of time on, certainly after the way that we played, in that facet the week before. I thought we did a lot of good things there as far as coverage. But clearly, we weren't good in the run game. And it was disappointing because we've really done a good job against the run all season. That's really been the strength of this defense. And we didn't tackle. We had opportunities. We had a lot of chances to get them behind the line. Didn't get it done. And then certainly missed some big tackles in the secondary and against the explosive backs that we talked about all week that Kansas has. You miss a tackle in the secondary, those guys are gone. And so we saw that tonight. So not pleased at all with that performance. We know we got to play better. Know we're going to have to play better here in the next couple to be where we want to be. And so going in there to a short week against getting ready to play a really, really good West Virginia team on the road. In a really be a really hostile venue, just like we like it, and so we'll be looking forward to that one and make the improvements and the changes that we need to make here going into this week and get ready to go win another tough road game.
Kyler had 5 touchdowns responsible for that. It's almost like a man among boys sometimes. When you need a play, you can just quarterback draw and he goes 75. It's pretty amazing what you've got to deal with there.
Yeah, he did some good things. Thought was patient. Most of the night. It was a challenging night. Challenging night to throw the football. Because the conditions were certainly a factor, both in the throw game and the kicking game for both teams. And I thought he did a nice job. He ran well. Decisions were pretty good. He had one bad decision on the interception, but had a little pressure there early on a bad call by me. And just didn't see the corner. Continues to play well for us, man. He's been a really good player for us all year. Was again tonight.
This is 3 games in a row with 40 points. They average almost 10 yards a rush. You said earlier this week you think the defense is close. Do you still feel that way?
I still feel like we can be what we need to be. Obviously, we didn't take a step this week that we expected to take. So I can't sit here and say that say something that's not true. We didn't take a step that I felt like we would take. We felt like we had defended the run well all year. We really put a lot of emphasis on our pass coverage, which again thought was better, and then we kind of sprung some new leaks really. But no matter if teams are throwing it, running it, it don't matter. You got to tackle. At the end of the day, you have to tackle. We have guys there. We have a lot of times calls that should be shutting things down where free guys are there to make plays that we got to go make them. And we're playing a little too hesitant, not playing as aggressive as we need to play as far as triggering and making plays. And if you do that against really good athletes in space, you're gonna pay. And we did tonight. So I still feel like there's capability in that room to get it done. But obviously we're gonna have to play much better than we did. We're gonna have to tackle much better than we did.
And you guys, number 6 in the poll, the playoff rankings, probably needed help and still need help to get into the top 4. You didn't get any of it today from anybody around the country. All the teams ahead of you won games, and one of the ones that's behind you has a chance to possibly jump you with a big win. They won as well on a close game. Do you guys see any of that?
The answer is going to be just win. I mean, the answer is going to be just keep winning games. Look, I know this. I know this wasn't a pretty win. I get that, but I mean, wins are wins, and that's. I don't care who did what in front of us. I don't care who did what behind us. If we continue to win, then we'll be in a good position, and that's got to be our focus because that's all we can control right now.
Would that be a distraction at all if guys are watching those games?
Well, if they are, then they're not listening to us, and I think they're listening to us. So they know the recipe around here. If guys would have watched all that and listened to it 2 of the last 3 years, we wouldn't have been in the playoffs those years either. And so we know the recipe. Now we got to go do it. Knowing it and doing it are 2 different things. So we know we got to control play into our best capability because we haven't done that yet.
Lincoln, 11 games in, it's been such a roller coaster defensively. How much of a challenge is it for you and for Ruffin just to kind of try and reach these kids here towards the end? I mean, you've probably tried every which way to get through to guys.
It's a challenge, but I mean, coaching's challenging. That's our job. That's our job title. Is you try to get the absolute best out of each and every kid, out of each and every unit. We hadn't played up to our capabilities here the last few weeks, but I don't look at it discouraged because I still see a group that I know is capable of playing good football. I still see some really good individual players in there. I see a group that has the potential to play well enough for us to be the team we want to be. And so this isn't the NFL. You know what I mean? We're not going to go sign some guys off waivers. We have our guys. I'm fine with the guys we have. We got to coach them better, and they got to go play better and play up to their capabilities. And so, these moments, especially this one we're getting ready to go into, you can either sit here and feel sorry for yourself, or say, well, we had, whatever. I can't even begin to tell you all the guys we had out today. I mean, this was the most decimated team by injuries this game here today in any of my 4 years here at Oklahoma. But who cares? This is the end of the season. This is part of it. If you're going to win championships like we expect to win around here, you got to find a way around it. And so we're going to have to do that as coaches, and our players are as well.
Lincoln, there's been quite a few scuffles between your players and opponents over the last couple of weeks. Are you disappointed when you see that, or is that just kind of the fire of the game and the passion of your players?
I've talked about that a bunch. It's the fire that you have to have. We did get one personal foul today that we certainly shouldn't have gotten. I think it was Cody. We've been, I think, well more in control here the last few days. People go at us too. When you've won 3 of these in a row and have your reputation for being the most physical team in the league, that's going to happen. And no, I don't want us to back down, but I want us to be smart.
Lincoln, you mentioned injuries. Any of them long term, or is it all just sort of day to day, week to week?
Well, I mean, we have a number of long-term ones. I think you guys all know, who those guys are. Yeah, you go on down the list. There's about 10 of them we could name that, we'll see. We'll see how they go. I don't think any of those guys are extremely long-term, but, we'll just have to see going into short week here how we progress.
Lincoln, you talk about tackling. That feels like something we've asked you about a lot
Yep.
over the last couple of years. And so I'm just curious, at this point in the season, is that fixable 10, 11 games into a season?
Sure it is, because we've had games where we've tackled really well, and I think we have guys that can tackle well. Tackling is just so many things. It's being in position. It's knowing where your help is. It all comes down to playing great team defense, and when you do, you put yourself in position to make those plays, and you got to go make them. A group I watched tonight was too hesitant. I thought we were in position a lot. And we got to go. We got to trigger and go play confident and go play explosive and go play to make the play as opposed to just trying to keep them from making a play. And I felt like we were more on our heels than we need to be. We're certainly got to be more aggressive, and we got to find a way as coaches to get that out of our kids.
You talk about, not taking that step to get closer to where you think you can play on defense. And then obviously with the tackling, is it effort? Is it focus? Can you kind of pinpoint where you need to take that next step to get to where you want to be?
Oh, these guys have worked hard for us. I can't sit here and say that their effort hasn't been the way we wanted. They've worked hard for us. They work hard in practice. They play hard in games. I think it's one of those that you need to go make a few plays and get a little momentum behind yourself. We just hadn't been able to sustain or really get any momentum defensively in the last couple of weeks. And so no, it's. But it's definitely doable. We didn't take the step tonight, but who's to say that doesn't mean we won't take it this next week, and we know we're going to have to.
What do you do to take that step? What do you do to take that step this week in practice or whatever it is.
Oh, there's no
Just
magic
keep going.
pills. Yeah. You go coach your tails off. You know, you find the things that we didn't do well. You don't just go to them and say, well, we missed tackles. It's you break down why we missed them. What can we correct? What can we do better? Whether it's call, whether it's technique, fundamentals, eyes, guys playing together, mindsets, whatever it is, we find it and we attack it.
Same stuff
It's
as the
not-
last
it's-
few weeks.
Well, it's not always the same stuff because each game reveals new different things. I mean, last week the tackle wasn't too bad. We gave up balls over the top of us and didn't defend the pass well. So, I mean, it's, each game you learn and you grow, especially, when we've got a new group running the defense. We're playing with a lot of young guys and a lot of different players. And so you continually just find what you got to do each week, plug the leaks that you got to plug.
Lincoln, you guys talked a lot about championship November. Now you sit here ready to go to West Virginia on the road. What this week leading up to, what kind of a statement do individual players have to kind of make to put their stamp on this, to be one of the teams that you guys have been over the last few years?
Oh, I mean, it takes a team. It takes. Of course, individual players are going to have to go handle their responsibilities and play the way they need to play. Your leaders are going to have to step up. But to win tough road games like this against a good team and in what will be a really good environment, it takes everybody. Not one guy can do it. Not one side can do it. Your leaders can't just do it by themselves. It's going to truly take the village. And that's what we've always appreciated and loved about playing on the road. And so it's a perfect position. I mean, I told the guys in the locker room that's how it should be for us. Go and play on the road in a game that's going to mean so much. I mean, we wouldn't want it any other way.